Hey guys, what's going on? It's King Clutch here, and today guys, we're back in the NBA 2K20. I hope you guys are all having a great day and everything is going well for you. Today what we'll be doing is I'm going to be showing you guys how you can create Lamelo Ball here in NBA 2K20, guys. So this is a great overall point guard build. It's a unique build to it. It's going to end up being a two-way tempo pusher. Lamelo Ball, he's listed as a point guard. You guys know he plays point guard. That is his position. The guy is like 6'8" now, and you can't make a point guard that's 6'8" in 2K. So I'm just going to have to make this build as tall as I can make a point guard, which is 6'6". So I'm just telling you guys that right now. The guy's fluctuated all the way in height from like 5'8" in high school to like 6'8" now. So I'm just going to make this build 6'6", which is kind of the average, I would say, in the middle. Maybe he could really be 6'6", 6'7", 6'8", depending on like whiz shoes or, you know, if people exaggerate their height or whatever. But I'm just going to go with a point guard, jersey number 1, and a right-handedness. And again, the handedness and the jersey number doesn't matter. I'm just going to make this build here a point guard. When it comes to the skill breakdown, I feel like for Lamelo, and to get this two-way tempo pusher, we're going to want to go with this defensive and playmaking pie chart. And this is what I feel like Lamelo does. His shot is getting better. He's getting better shooting, but right now I feel like his main thing is his playmaking. He can still drive at the basket and finish pretty consistently, but he can also shoot pretty consistent, but it's not great yet. It's going to get there, though. I feel like he will be, and his defense is good. So we're just going to go with the defending in the playmaking pie chart, guys, and this is actually my favorite pie chart in the game. Now, when it comes to the physicals, you can make a case to go with the agility in the vertical pie chart. That's a great one to go with. I am just going to go, you can realistically go with either of these. You can either go with pure speed or vertical and speed. It doesn't end up making too much of a difference. I'm going to go vertical and speed, though. You can easily go the main speed pie chart if you want a little bit higher speed. That's an easy one. Take this close shot here up to a 67. I'm going to max up my driving layup and my driving dunk. That's going to give me 6 finishing badges. I'm going to max out all of these shooting stats here, and then take this free throw down to an 82 there. Now with this pass accuracy, take up to a 79, and this ball handle, I'm going to max out at an 89. That's going to give me 16 playmaking badges. Now I'm going to upgrade this perimeter D, my lateral quickness, my steal, defensive rebound, and then my offensive rebound. So what I did for the stats, I ended up maxing out this ball handle, and I maxed out my perimeter D, my lateral quickness, steal, defensive rebound, and then upgraded this offensive rebound. Now I know I did not touch, realistically on a Lamelo build, you could argue to have an extremely high pass accuracy because he throws some amazing passes, but with this build, I'm not going to do it because otherwise we can't get this two-way tempo pusher, and I also kind of want to show you guys how to get this cool build because I do not see many two-way tempo pushers, and it's pretty much a slashing playmaker just with a different name and a little bit different stats. But for this, guys, we have this here. So the pass accuracy is only a 79. I wish that could be higher, but our ball handle is an 89, which I feel like is fit for Lamelo. Same thing with his lateral quickness and perimeter D. I feel like those should be high, and he can get pretty good rebounds considering he's tall for a guard. So generally, he could get rebounds, and then his driving dunk's pretty high because he has dunked over some people occasionally. Not very often, but he can definitely do it. So now for the body shape, again, this doesn't really matter. I feel like for a Lamelo build, though, he would either be compact, maybe slight, or solid. I'm just going to go compact, but again, this doesn't matter. Now for the height, I already told you guys, I'm going to make this build 6'6". I know Lamelo is like 6'8" now. I'm just going to go 6'6" with the height of 6'6". If you want to go with the pure speed pie chart, your speed will be a little bit higher with this because we're making this a lot taller. We're tanking our speed. So this is still taller than most of the other guards because most, two-way slashing playmakers are 6'5". Most guards in general are 6'5". But I'm going to leave this build 6'6", the max height we can make for a point guard. And this is going to help our strength out, our standing dunk. Our driving dunk only goes down by 1, so we will be able to get the driving dunk contacts eventually, which is great. So we're going to go with the 6'6" height for this build, and it really doesn't take our shooting stats too much, only by 1, pretty much every category. Wait, guys, I'm going to take it down just to 197. I feel like that's a good weight, and that's a good happy medium. We gain a vertical, and we don't lose anything. We just lose 1 interior D. And to me, that's not that big of a deal. So we're going to go with 197 pounds for our weight. Now for the wingspan, guys, I don't know what Lamelo's wingspan. I didn't look it up, but I already know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go with this 80.9, so this will boost our mid-range, our three-point, our ball handle, and it lowers our steal and our block, but to me that doesn't really matter. I don't want to go any lower. I just feel like Lamelo has a pretty decent wingspan, and really, you could leave it in the middle, but I'm just going to go 80 point. With this wingspan, if you'd like, you can still leave it in the middle and still get this build, but I'm going to take it down at 80.9 to give ourselves our boost to our mid-range and our three-point stats along with our ball handle. So we're going to go with the 80.9 there for our wingspan on this build. And then for this takeover option, we get 4 choices. We get lock, slashing, playmaking, and shot creating. Now, I'm going to say if you're going to go for like a Lamelo build, if you actually want to make Lamelo, I would say you'd pick playmaking take. But I feel like realistically, I probably wouldn't pick playmaking. I would pick slashing or defending. Playmaking take's a good option, but realistically, to get the best overall build, I would go slashing or lock. I'm going to go slashing takeover just because this build is slashing takeover would be OP considering how overpowered slashing takeover is to begin with this year. So you could go slashing takeover and be great. Otherwise, just pick lock takeover because a two-way tempo pusher is a rare build. Having lock takeover is kind kind of sick. We're just going to go with these slashing takeovers so we're able to score through them a little bit better. But you can make an argument for any of these. If you want to go more LaMelo, I would say probably go playmaking take, but we're going to go with these slashing takeovers. For this build, we are going to get a two-way tempo pusher similar to Steve Francis, Russell Westbrook, and DeJounte Murray. Now, I know it doesn't say LaMelo Ball. It's not going to say LaMelo Ball because he's not in the league yet. A build that's somewhat similar to him. It's also a rare build. I feel like this is it's really similar to a two-way slashing playmaker, just a different name. But I really wonder why 2K did this, like put these really random build names in here to get like really specific stats to try to get these builds. I just really don't see the point in it, honestly. And it kind of bothers me this year too. This is kind of a side rant, but that with this build, with builds in 2K, you can like pick 3 different pie charts and get the same name for a build. I just think that's kind of strange. I wish you could, like every pie chart had like 4 different build names you could get for, certain positions. Anyways, I'm going to show you guys the badges I would throw on this LaMelo Ball build. Starting off with these finishing badges, I'm going to put contact finisher up to gold. I feel like that is a no-brainer. We're going to put fancy footwork on silver, and then I'm going to put giant slayer on bronze. Now you could throw this giant slayer badge on relentless finisher, slithery, consistent would all be good choice. Doesn't really matter where you put it. There's a multitude: giant slayer, relentless, slithery finisher, consistent finisher, acrobat. All those are good choices, but I'm just going to go with giant slayer there. So guys, when it comes to these shooting badges, I'm going to put quick draw on silver. Again, that's just kind of where I like to have quick draw. You can go ahead and put it wherever you'd like, but I'm just going to leave it on silver there. Now, I'm going to take range extender up to gold. I feel like, again, as I've said, range extender is the most important shooting badge because it allows you to space out the floor. So we're going to use that there. I'm going to put catch and shoot in corner on bronze, especially with this build not having the best shooting stats. I feel like having that is important because then we can leak out to the corner and definitely hit those and catch them from any catch and shoot standpoint and make those shots as well. I would put difficult shots up to bronze and then Deadeye up to silver, but again, you could like probably interchange the two of those. I feel like it doesn't make too much of a difference, but this is what I would do for the shooting badges, guys, for this LaMelo Ball build. Playmaking badges, you could argue for a LaMelo Ball build, you would have, you could argue, pure playmaking, pie chart, things like that. I just did this because you get a cool build name and a two-way tempo pusher. I feel like somewhat identifies with what he does. So I'm going to put handles for days on Hall of Fame, quick first step on Hall of Fame, and space creator on Hall of Fame. Now you're like, you only have 4 spots left. Realistically, I would like the playmaking badges for LaMelo Ball build because you could argue for floor general, you could argue for dimer, and I agree he should have those. But with this build, we're very limited, so I can't get those. I'm going to put bailout on bronze. I feel like it's a good badge to have. If you get a bad layup or dunk animation, you can at least pass out. Again, if you pick playmaking takeover, I would suggest using ankle breaker, but I didn't, so I'm not going to use it. But with these last 3 points, I'm just going to put these on stop and go tight handles and unpluckable. But realistically, our actual LaMelo Ball build, I feel like would have floor general or dimer on here somewhere because it seems like he does a very good job orchestrating everything from a point guard standpoint and is able to pass the ball to a lot of people. But we don't have enough badges to do that, so I'm not going to use those. But that's what I would say for these playmaking badges, guys, on this two-way tempo pusher. Now, when it comes to these defensive badges, guys, I'm going to put Intimidator on Hall of Fame. Again, Intimidator is like my favorite defensive badge. I love that badge. So we're going to throw those on there. Now, I'm going to put clamps here on silver, and again, I might throw that up a little bit higher later, but I want to get the other badges I'd like to use as well. So we're going to leave that there. I'm putting interceptor on silver. Again, interceptor is a great badge to have. You can definitely pick balls off that are in the passing lanes. We're going to use that. Now, I'm going to use pick dodger and pickpocket both on bronze. I feel like those are some great badges to use. I'm going to add rim protector on gold and chase down artist on gold, so we're able to get some great chase down block. Nice badges to use. Now, with these last 6 points, there's a plethora of things you could do. I'm going to actually take clamps up to gold there, and you could throw on Trapper would be a good badge. Off-ball Pest is also good. But I'm going to take Interceptor up to gold, Pick Dodger and Pickpocket up to silver, and then we'll just put Trapper and Off-ball Pest both on bronze. I feel like this is a good defensive badge lineup because it allows you, you can play good defense. You can play good perimeter D. You can play good interior D if you get beat. I feel like another badge you could possibly use is Pogo Stick or even Rebound Chaser because I've noticed Rebound Chaser on guards almost actually helps quite a bit because grab a lot of rebounds realistically that you shouldn't be grabbing. If you have a high enough vertical, it seems to work pretty well. But this is what I would do for these shooting badges, guys, and this is how you can build a two-way tempo pusher here in NBA 2K20. This is one of the rarest builds. I have rarely seen this thing. I've maybe seen it once or twice. I've seen it a few times, but overall, you don't see it very often in 2K much at all. Overall, I feel like this is a pretty good build to have in NBA 2K20, guys. If you want to see more of these NBA 2K20 builds, please subscribe to the channel, guys. But anyways, it's been King Clutch here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Anyways, have a great rest of your day, and peace out, guys. Thanks.